think now we're live.
Perfect.
I'll check. Hold on, I'll put that up so I can make sure. Okay, we're live now.
Awesome.
Beautiful. Well, I'll repeat myself. Hello. My name's Sam. Today we're with Glenn from Brick Model Railroader. And
Happy to be here.
Thank you. First of many, hopefully, to come. Some live streams. Basically, I think what we're going to do is just, Glenn's got a nice Lego set over there, and I'm going to be working on the LMS Garrett over here, and hopefully you guys have some questions we can answer, and I'm looking forward to it. It's the first time something like this, apart from the LNUR podcast, but it should be good.
Been looking forward to doing this live stream with you.
Oh, me too. Because Glenn's done, for those who don't know, he's done a few streams now, and I've been a bit jealous that I haven't gone on top of it already. So we've jumped right in today, and it should be good.
Perfect. I've had this caterum sitting in the top of my closet for, I think.
How old is it now? It'd be a while.
It's been several years. I think I've had this since. I think about April 2016.
Yeah.
16 or 17.
I can't do that. I'll look at it and I'll think, I'll do it later, and then I go, no. I'm going to sit down and I do it. Okay, well, we got a lot of people going. Here we go. Hi, Rail fan. Hi. A lot of highs. G'days. Yeah, get on the g'days.
This is what happens when you have like 6 times the amount of subscribers that I do.
No. We all start somewhere. Mine was 3. I don't deserve the 6,000.
Oh, I definitely disagree with that.
That was from one day. It was 1,000, and then I think it was 2 months after I did that 1,000 video, and then all of a sudden it jumped to 5. And
that's incredible.
It's slowing down now. That's the good thing.
Now you got to do a 5,000 special and then watch it jump up to 10,000. It's just feed yourself.
I did the 5,000. So it's a bit slow. Yeah, we're doing the Garrett. For those who are wondering, I'm working on the Garrett. Glenn's working on the caterum. Idea set from 2016. Little late to the party, but he's getting there.
That's all right. I just don't have any models that I could work on that are ready for public consumption that I haven't already posted photos of.
That's right, Drake. BMR representative over here. I'm representing MLTC, the Melbourne Lego Train Club, for those who don't know. Pretty big club right now. 40 people, I think.
That's quite a few people.
I know. It's sad. Well, I haven't seen them in so long because of coronavirus and lockdowns and stuff like that. So hopefully I get to see those guys soon, because they're a bunch of people, a lot of great builders.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you have to fill me in. Is Alexander in your club, or is it in the other?
No, yeah, Alex is in our club.
Awesome.
I'm very.
Well, that is a power duo right there. You and him together.
I know. Well, it's crazy to think. Years of seeing his builds, and then when I came into the club, I was meeting everyone, and I found out Alex was there because I came to a show, but he wasn't there. But I saw his models, and I was like, he's in the club. I'm so excited. I'm like, this is it.
You just stars in your eyes and just
getting the fandom and all that. But he's a great guy. And then I found out he only lives 10 minutes away from me. So even better, he's helped me out heaps.
That's awesome.
He's got his own 3D printer, so he's done like MS small wheels for me. He's done all the stickers for my model printed for him. On the most part, I'll design them for him, but he spends hours cutting those out for me. So I'm very fortunate to have him. He's a great friend.
Absolutely an immaculate model.
Nice, cool. I've been working on some model trains right now. That's cool. Do you have a membership thing? I would pay for it if I was not broke. If you're in Australia and Victoria, you can join. It's, I think, $50 a year for members. I don't think it's like a worldwide thing, though. So I'm pretty sure it's only for Victorian members. But
I would proxy join if I could.
American representative.
Yeah, let's go.
New shot your E2. I'm gonna have to get it out because I'm gonna get a lot of questions on it. I already know. There it is.
That is a wonderful looking display case, by the way.
It is, isn't it? I've got that. That's an IKEA one, and I think I paid $70 for it. And the girlfriend and me set that one up. I think it took us one night. It was pretty good.
That's awesome.
It's a good case.
I just have a plain Jane bookshelf.
Well, I used to do the old shoe boxes and just keep all my models there. And then here's the E2, by the way. Oh, there we go.
This is awesome.
There's the E2. Yeah, I used to just keep the models out on the desk, and they got so dusty. So I eventually got the case, and it works pretty well. Pretty happy with it.
You build these lovely models. You can't just keep them in the boxes all the time.
No, especially because I drop the boxes all the time too. So then the models.
Yeah, exactly.
Models go kaput. But that's what happens when you attach everything with one stack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fragile builder I am. Okay. He's just saying, how about a display case tour video? We can definitely do that. That won't take long.
I'd watch that.
Yeah, I do. I got the Garrett here, which has been long overdue, I know, guys, because I started this back when I had Patreon. And it was supposed to be a Patreon build. But it turned out to be a lot harder. And I've got the A4. Right.
That's the one that I'm excited for.
Yeah. There's been a lot of hype for that one. I'm excited to finally finish it, but I think people don't understand it takes a lot longer than, some other builds. Especially the main reason that it takes so long is valve gear and stuff like that. It's a lot of testing and a lot of work that has to go into it to make sure it's really smooth, because the Garrett, why it took so long, first of all, it's got 2 sets of valve gear, so double the work. I'm like, for those who don't know.
You got to figure out that conjugation gear.
Yeah, well, that's it. And Alex spent a lot of time trying to tweak it for me, but it's still got some more tweaking to go. The build's pretty much done, but the valve gears, it's a pain in the butt. I'm not very technical in my train knowledge, but
that's all right.
It doesn't help, but what are you gonna do? It'll be done in the future. It won't be far off now, I hope.
Like they say in steam preservation, it'll be done when it's done.
That's it. Could be done in the next year. Could be done in the next month. I'm definitely picking Locos now for my future builds that only have, single coupling rods. No crazy valve gear. Very simple. I got to do an update too. I had a poll recently. Oh shit. For my next build, and everyone wanted another tender engine. I have picked it. It is coming. I will reveal which one it is soon. It's not as big as the other ones, but I'm excited for it. It's been done a couple of times, but it's one of those ones I think if you're a British builder, you have to do. So that'll be revealed soon.
I'm already looking forward to it.
Already looking forward to it. You swear, no, I didn't. I said shivers. If I did, I apologise. I'm Australian. I'm sorry. How's your layout going? The layout's going good. It's a bit slow at the moment. I think I've done a lot of layouts in the past, and Glenn probably remembers some of them. They don't last long because I don't plan ahead. I sort of get you get the excitement from it, and you jump into it, and then you sort of think, well, where do you go from here? And you sort of think you need a bit more time and a bit more planning. And I think that's what I'm going to do with this one. I already rushed and did the station, so that was a bit of a mistake, but I'm pretty happy how it came out. So I guess I can say okay on that one. But no, the layout's good. I'm waiting on an order from FLICKR, and hopefully after that comes, I can start laying down track, because the whole thing is I don't know how big it's going to be. I sort of want to do it freestyle. And so from that, I think I just got to wait till I get the track, till I have it on hand so I can measure it, especially with the curves, because
it's definitely worth doing.
Yeah, that's Glenn would know from experience. You don't want to rush into it because the whole idea with the station area is going to be a curved platform, so it's not going to be a traditional, straight overlapping platform. It'll definitely be complex. So I just want to
look so nice,
and then hopefully I'll be able to do it. And if not, I'll just make it straight.
It's gonna look so nice. I've been following all your progress on that the curved station, or the station which will have the curved platform.
Yeah.
And it, like the stonework on that is incredible. I have to say, it looks absolutely immaculate.
It's honestly, I should do a tutorial because it's people go, oh, how do you do that? How do you do that? It's pretty much the same pattern over and over again. Like if you have a Lego store near you, get a ton of these. I'm not good at this. A ton of those, and what else? You'll need. Here they are. One of these, your brackets, and then whatever color in 1x2 plates, and you just start randomly, scattering them around, mixing it up. Different colors help. Some people don't like the colors. Some think it might be, and I get that a bit too distracting and all that. But I do think it works every now and then. I think. Bye. We've lost someone.
Oh, dear.
Let me look at some of the questions.
We're terribly boring already.
We're terribly boring. Is it the Q1? It's not the Q1. I do love the Q1. It's not the Q1, but it is an 060. It's a bit of a delay. The new train. Build a steam train, but it's narrow gauge. I do want to build a narrow gauge train, Drake. If you just saw my recent review of the circuit cubes, that'll definitely be going into something. What's your favorite train? Probably the P2, I'd have to say.
The which one?
The P2.
Oh, yeah.
It's my golden egg.
Didn't see that coming.
Yeah. What are you talking about? Just kidding. It's the Gronk. Chris Miller's on. It's the Gronk. Gronk's my favorite. Have you ever considered building a C1 Atlantic? Yes, I have. I need to look it up. I'm not confusing myself online. C1 Atlantic. Large or small boiler? If it's large boiler, I'm waiting for my friend to finish his, Scott Nick. He's been working on his for years now. And I have seen photos, and it is beautiful. And I did help him with some stickers. So hopefully he won't be too far off unveiling that. But I do want to build one in the LNER apple green livery. That would be nice to go alongside my P2. Jemima, thank you, Jemima. Hope it gets done soon. What do you think of American trains? I love American trains. But what I usually say is I leave it to the professionals, like Glenn or Kale or Aaron. They know what they're doing. I don't.
I would like to agree that I know what I'm doing. I'm not convinced that I do.
Rubbish. He's a pro, guys. He's a pro. Ask him all the questions you want about American trains, and he'll answer them, I'm sure. I'm jumping that on him. So that's what I think. I would like to build one. I'd love to build the Back to the Future train. Forget what it's called. Is it 13 something? Number 13? I don't know. Not the flying one, the actual one that was used in the movie. I do like that one. What wheel configuration? It's a 060. 060. I'm not saying any more than that. Oh, jeepers, I'm falling behind here. Yo, Sam. Yo, Luke. Luke was my first ever Patreon. He's an absolute legend, and he's got a great channel on YouTube. Please subscribe to him. He uploads a lot more than I do, and that's why you should follow him. I don't want to sound demanding, but when do you think you can make an Emerald Knight tutorial? I know, guys. I'm so sorry about that. I will get on top of it because I do want to show you how to do it. It's not as complicated as you think, but I've been very busy lately, and I've just gone away before uni starts, so hopefully I will get around to that. Sounds complicated. It's not complicated. A little bit. Hi. Build a LB and SCR, the 462 tank engine. I have seen those, the J classes. They are nice. it is hard because I feel like you get a lot of requests in this hobby, especially if you've been doing it for a while, and people just want to see you build it because it's, their favorite engine and stuff like that. And I want to, I'd love to have 100 trains like just lying on the tables, but I do have a list. I do have a list. I'm sure Glenn has a list too, and we like to work through it. It takes a while, but hopefully we'll get it's a Dean's Good class. Not a Dean's Good class, a good guess.
Fully written in on a whole page of notebook paper.
Wow.
Locomotives, rolling stock, full train consists. I don't think anybody's going to read any of those.
That is a lot. It could be a LYR class 28 or a Midland 4F. Okay, Matt might have guessed it there. Will you ever build a Streamlined P2? I did start one. Started one just after I finished the P2, so that would have been 2020, I think. I do want to, but building the A4, it does put you off it. Like it's not an easy build. It's definitely got a lot of challenges to it. And sometimes when you've come off a difficult build, you just want to give yourself something a bit easier. But I do think I will do it in the future. Sam says, hey, Luke. Could you build something complex like the Corsetti variant 9F? It's the Corsetti version.
The A4 not complex?
No, the A4 is cinch. I don't know what you're talking about. It's a walk in the park, really. I mean, it doesn't have any curves. It's boxy. More wheels. Love it. Corsetti. Am I even pronouncing that right? 9F. I know what a 9F is, but I don't know what that version is. Oh, okay. That's the one without the smoke deflectors. Okay. Maybe.
I actually started a 9F years and years ago.
You did. I remember that.
Do you actually?
Yeah.
If you go far enough back on my FLICKR feed, it's in there.
Far enough. I started back there. That's where I was born. Can you? So yeah, I remember you starting it. I wish you finished it. I remember your A4. You started an A4. I remember it.
I'm really upset at myself is because I have not been able to find the LDD file for that A4. I've looked for it far and wide across my computer, and I cannot find it. And it's annoying because I was so happy with it.
I've done a few of them.
It's all right.
It's all right. You'll get there eventually.
I'll have somebody who knows what they're doing build me one instead.
I hope you're not talking about me. What engine are you most proud of? I'm going to shoot that one to Glenn. Glenn, what's your most proud engine? So I need to start building.
Oh, let's see. I'm quite proud of my Mohawk for a number of reasons. I'm also quite proud of my number 13, my 280. That was like my comeback into building steam locomotives.
Yeah.
Either of those two, I would say.
Okay, there's a lot of comments. I'm falling behind. Okay. Where was I? Okay. Yeah. My most proud engine, I'd probably say, would be. I'd say the P2, but it had a lot of inspiration from my mate Scott Nick.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There were some slight differences, especially like the firebox and cab area. That was pretty big for me. I'm going to say the L1, funnily enough, because it was the first ever build that I actually used blueprints, and instead of just eyeballing it, I wanted to actually try and, because I always thought, my builds were okay a couple of years ago, but I was never happy with them. And I think scale was the issue. So when I started using like drawings and stuff, I think that helped me out a lot, and definitely improved me as a builder. Glenn, you should make a locomotive that runs on line or track.
Somebody did that last year for the Brick Train Awards.
They did.
And it was awesome. And I think it won the best other category.
It did, actually, from memory. Brick Train Awards was pretty awesome this year.
Yeah.
We'll probably talk about that at some stage because it's pretty big. 771 entries.
I think you're about right there, which is incredible.
Hello. That's, I think, 40 entries more than last year.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty amazing, if you ask me.
And I would say the quality of the entries all over has just skyrocketed.
Amazing.
I was blown away.
Crazy. Like, I know I'm not far off. Oh, it was the T-Fall not long ago, but Jeepers creepers. I don't know what I'm looking for. Yeah. Yeah, the T-Fall entries were amazing this year, I've got to say. Especially, I noticed a lot of Asia categories, they won this year because they were just amazingly detailed.
Mm-hmm.
There's some beautiful builds there. Stunning. Can I do that?
Well-deserved wins all around.
Well-deserved wins. And another LNER engine one. What are the chances?
Yeah, that W1 was incredible. I like that.
It was. It's very nice. And another Aussie builder building a British Loco. The British Loco winning.
There you go.
What's wrong with the wheel?
Clearly a recipe for success.
Yeah. You're Australian, build British, and you win. Okay, they are nice. I am late. Don't worry about it. Can you make class 42? Sure can. Don't know if I will, but I sure can. I'm kidding. I love the 42s.
I feel like I've given that exact answer to questions like that before.
42 is the warship. I was just checking. Yeah, I do want to build a warship. Probably in dark red too. I like the dark red ones.
Who was it that did? That's the warship, you said?
Warship, he did an 8 wide. I'm trying to think now.
Who did that recently?
He won second place in the LNUR Brick Train Awards thingy last year.
Is his name Andy?
Hood Carrier. Yeah. Hood Carrier, something like that. Yep. Great guy. I think it is Andy.
Yep, his name's Andy. I know his name is Andy. I just didn't know if that was the guy who did the warship.
No, yeah, his warship is amazing.
Oh, I love that.
You can find it on his FLICKR Hood Carrier.
He used the color detection too with it, I think, which is really neat.
He had Mindstorm in it, so he'd stop and go on the color of the track. He had like a little tile on the bottom. That was so cool. And fun fact, he reached out to me in October and he asked for a photo of the P2 to put in his little display. He had like a little display. It was like an old carriage that had been turned into like a house. And he had like a little photo in the house and it was the P2.
Oh, that's awesome.
There you go.
That's really cool.
Okay, I need to read
the chat is on fire.
Oh my God. Least favorite train. It's hard to pick your least favorite or something you love. Don't know if I have one. Least favorite. Have you got a least favorite, Glenn?
Well, this is a joke that is dead now, but it's like it comes from a live stream that I did several years ago. There's a Streamlined 464 that's preserved in Baltimore, Maryland that I don't particularly care for, and it's become like a meme. That like, oh, Glenn hates that engine. It's like I don't care for it. It's not like it's just funny. So like I have to carry that on. It's like, yeah, that's my least favorite.
That's your least. Fair enough. I'm gonna say the same. I hate that 464 from Baltimore.
Yellow belly.
Yeah. There we go. Where am I? They are nice. Thoughts on Aussie trains? I like them. I'm probably not as invested, not because I don't like them, just because probably wasn't exposed to them as much. Which sounds funny because I live in the country where they are, but I don't know. I think there's a bit more charm with British trains for me. And I did watch like a lot of, I remember going to the newsagents and buying like DVDs of like British trains running, and I remember they had a lot more magazines and stuff like that about them. And yeah, you had the Hornby train sets, which I liked as a kid too. And so I think that's what really kickstarted my love for British trains. But no, I love Aussie trains. There's some really beautiful ones. When is the blue version of the E2 being made? Never. Never, ever, ever. I've just stumbled upon a live stream with 2 Titans of the Lego model railway in the same place. I know, how lucky. General Hammond. You actually General?
I would say it's one Titan and some random American.
No. 2 Titans. From Australia, one from America in the same room. How about that? Favorite American steam locomotive? Glenn, that's yours, mate.
Oh my goodness. I have done a really good job keeping my actual favorite steam locomotive a secret for so long, and I'm going to continue doing that until the time is right. But the time for that reveal is actually probably closer than you think.
Is that because you're building
it? Possibly.
Ooh, okay.
My backup, and this is a good answer because it is actually one of my favorites. I really like the Cotton Belt E1 class 442s, which is the Atlantic that I built several years ago. I love that 442.
That's a beautiful answer.
It is. It's so not well known at all, but I love the class. It's so nice looking.
I feel like I haven't seen photos for that. Like I've seen a video, but I haven't seen a lot of photos.
There's not, so there were 6 of them made. One of them was scrapped in like the 30s, and the others 2 made it to the early 50s, and they were not like popular by any means. Okay. There's like it's a tiny class of engines on a railroad that not as many people focus on. So they didn't. There's not a large number of photographs that were taken of them.
Okay. The Train Fan, thoughts on Mexican steam locos? I'm really sad to say I don't know a lot of Mexican steam locos, but don't worry because I'm going to look it up right now.
I know one, and the only reason that I know it is because it's been modeled in Lego, is the FDM 280 number 1150, because Brian Williams made it for the Young Indiana Jones Adventures display.
Oh, yeah. They're cool.
That was one of the locomotives that like inspired me as like when he came out with that was like mind blowing
for the time too.
Oh, absolutely.
That was before everything, like that was. Yeah. It set the bar very high and took a lot of time to catch up.
He is a pioneer of Lego.
He is. Well, they've got some really cool trains.
Mm-hmm.
Very like American looking, some of them, which is fine. I'm all about that. I don't hate. Beautiful. I like Mexican steam locomotives. Thank you.
They got a neat style to them.
Red Boy and Friends. That's it. It is. It's number 3 from Back to the Future Sierra. Railroad number 3. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. When is the blue star being made? I wanted to ask the same thing. I'm afraid I answered that question, and it was a big no. And I got nothing against people that like it or people that still do it. That's fine. It's train related, but it's just not for me. Do you like
quite a diplomatic answer?
It is. Well, I try to make my position clear on it, but people, I don't think, sometimes hear me or see it, and now they know. Do you like Class 42?
Define answer.
Like, no, honestly, I'd seriously, like, I liked it as a kid. It was fun. Probably helped me a lot to really get into trains, but
oh, sure.
It faded out for me, but there's nothing wrong with that. People still like it. Good for them. If it makes you happy, who cares what people think? When did you start making Lego? Lol. When did I start? Probably started really young, really. I like trains probably more than I did like Lego. And then there was a time where I liked Lego more than I liked trains. And I'm not talking about like Lego trains, like I just like Lego. And probably wasn't until I was just starting high school, I reckon, that I was following people like Glenn and Andrew and the god of Lego, Brick Tricks.
Oh man, I miss him.
I miss him. Please come back. What's he doing? He's at TT Games. He's doing something.
He did this most recently.
And he did that. Hello.
Same guy.
Big flex. Yeah. So I probably started really doing Lego trains when I was in high school. And please don't go looking for my old models because they're terrible. They were shocking, but I got there. Okay, hope we're not boring anyone. Thomas, yeah, no. Baby to be, I don't know what that means. What's the next video going to be about? There's a lot on my desk that I need to get to. I need to do a how-to build very soon, either the Emerald Knight or the E2. I don't know how I'm going to distribute the E2. I might send it over to Glenn and he can take over.
You don't want me touching that thing. I just ruined it.
He's got the connections. So probably a how-to build. I still need to review the Metroliner. I just ordered the final pieces to complete that, so that'll be up. I want to do a layout video, but it's very messy. And hopefully I get the FX track soon to do a review on that. I'm very excited for that.
Oh, that's a great step forward.
Right now, that Michael, who's the head of FX Tracks and FX Bricks, was very kind enough to send me out a sample to review.
Oh, nice.
I did pay for 3 more boxes, but he sent me one out early to review for you guys. So big thank you to him and to the whole team there, because they're doing some amazing work for all of us, and we should be very lucky to have them. You should make a Ginty. I do like Ginties, but they have been done a lot. We may have to do another one if you didn't hear already. That's already done.
Carl Matrix kind of set the bar for that one.
You can't really outdo the master. You just gotta grovel at his feet. Favorite movie train, Glenn?
Oh boy, how many movies have I seen with trains in them is the question. It's like I've seen movies without trains in them, which might be hard for some people to believe. I really like the movie. I really like The Train and the movie The Train with Burt Lancaster from 1964.
Oh yeah.
I love that movie. It's one of my favorites. And it's a really niche thing, but like those French locomotives, I think it's really neat.
Yeah, they're very cool. Very ornate designs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like that. I'd probably have to say it's hard to pick. I'm not going to say Polar Express because then everyone's going to ask me again. And I've already said like a million times I'm not doing it.
Too many. Well, not too many. Just a lot of people have built the that class of 284.
Yeah. I do like when you watch like a British TV show or like a movie and you do see like British train, like Harry Potter, obviously got the castle over there. I don't know. Back to the Future. I'm going to say Back to the Future. I do love that train.
Oh, good answer.
Good movie. Don't hate on it.
I've actually never seen a Back to the Future movie. I haven't seen a lot of movies that are just that are classic like that.
You could have just said, Now they know. Oh, jeepers. Yes, Scott, yes. I saw your video about how to make an either tender engine. Glad you saw it. Hope you liked it. Do you like the Intercity 125? I do. Make an A4. Guess what? Surprise. It's coming. And I will reveal the name soon. Everyone keeps asking. It's not the Union of South Africa. It's a name that probably no one knows. You got to really look for it, but it does exist.
I might know it.
All right, have a crack.
Osprey.
No, but close.
Oh, come on. I was so confident.
Close, actually. Close. You're in the right direction. Ooh.
That's the extent of my knowledge about it. So it's funny. If I was going to have an A4, I'd have the Osprey.
We are very behind on questions. I just updated it, and now I've seen how many. Okay, we're going to get through these. It's not a Dean's good. I'm just going to say it's a 4F. Ta-da! It's a 4F. It's an LMS 4F 060 tender engine. Been done a couple of times. I'm going to do it with red connecting rods and a yellow stripe, and that's that. Nice. Do you happen to make another GWR Loco? Yes, I do, Matt. I've got a lot planned, but I won't get into it right now because we're behind on questions. Probably the next one will be the pannier tank.
The chat isn't lagging. It's just we're lagging in our conversation.
We're lagging. Epic mustache. I don't really have a mustache.
That's all you. It's not me.
It's more fluff, but I'll take it. 3 days of growth. Can you make a class 40? I did try to make class 40 years ago when I was a lot younger. If I was to do another one now, I probably wouldn't do a 40 because they're so big. I'd probably do a 37 because they're quite similar. Build a LB SCR E2 class. Done. LMS Black 5? No, because my mate Techno Andrew has already built one, and I think it's one of the best builds of all time, and I will not touch it.
Is that the guy that did the Jacobite?
Yes. Jacobite is
some
country class, the one with the flat.
I'm sorry, I think he's actually German.
Okay, no.
Never mind.
Yeah, no,
never
I know
mind.
what you're talking about. No.
Never mind.
I'm talking about Andrew Harvey, the king of Lego Trains in the Garden.
Right. Okay.
How can you not watch those videos? What could be a good name for a sister of the Emerald Knight? Diamond Day.
There you go.
Would you build it? Build what? Dean's good. I think you asked before. Maybe. Will you make a coffee pot engine? No, I won't, because my mate Alexander's already done that, and he's done a pretty good job of it. You remember the Octramber? I think that's a coffee pot engine. You remember how it was like it was like a display, and it had track, and it was sort of like one of those Christmas ones where the display moved around and the train moved as well. That was his. Go looking for it if you haven't seen it, because it's awesome.
The point of that, so that the train moves as the speed that that's
it's crazy awesome. I've seen it in real life, and it is so cool.
Following his posts during October last year as he was building that was just, I looked forward to that every day. Just waiting for him to upload another post about it.
I was honestly freaking out because I thought for a minute he was in the same category as me, and I thought, I'm done. I can't win. He's going to win again. This is like the third time in a row. I can't do it anymore.
He's hard to beat. I'm glad that I don't have to go up against him very often.
Any category he enters in, I will enter in the different one. I'll enter in the opposite. I can't. No one competes with him. He's amazing and a great guy. Who hates season 25, Thomas? Don't even know there was 25 season. Jeepers. Metro Vic class 28. Don't know it. I'll have a look later. He's actually built an E2. Thank you, Luke. Luke's my spokesperson from now on. Any questions about E2s, he'll kindly answer. Everybody. I saw on your FLICKR page that you built a pannier tank. Do you still have it? No, I did scrap it. So pretty much all my engines on FLICKR, you can assume they were scrapped, except for the Terrier. Terrier one's only that. It's had a couple changes, but it's made it. The only reason for that is I didn't use blueprints beforehand, and then there was the whole phase of going back and doing it right, because a lot of them, they'd have nice details and some were built well, but they weren't. I felt like there was a next step to be taken, and that was it. And also to remove, I used to do brick built lining, and then I decided in the end to use stickers. I prefer both though. I think anyone can make them look good. Sometimes it's nice to see people do both, bit of both. But it's a good mix, I find. Yeah. How are we doing, Glenn? I love him for his memes.
I'm catching up in the chat as well.
Do you give shout outs? Christopher David 1026. There's your shout out. Can you please make 43, please? Intercity 125. Okay, we're falling behind here a bit. Hopefully people. 40, class 43. I'm not going to make any comment about that because that might be a future project that I don't want to get into. You'll see why.
Michael Gale did an inner city train.
He did. And
that's pretty cool. I've seen that. It's on the older side now, but I've seen that layout that he runs it on. I think he calls it Ferrum Junction. It's really nice.
That is one of the most beautiful layouts. Pure Lego.
Small and it just works well together.
Oh, it's gorgeous. That's the goal. if I can get to what he's doing, I'll be happy.
There you go.
Okay, hope the E2 gets built in blue and how to build. Well, you can build it in blue and how to build. I did say that, I think, in one of the videos, that you can build it in blue. Purposely did that, so you guys can do it and not me. Jemima, have you thought about doing live streams more regularly, British Bricks? No, but I definitely think we should, because it seems to be working well. Glenn, me having a good time. Love to see the progress. That's good. I'm glad to hear you like it. British Bricks, have you ever considered building some American and Australian locomotives as well as your own collection? Yes, I have. I do think I will eventually, one day. I say eventually one day, in the future, soon. Because I don't know when I will. Because, you know, I think Glenn will find this too. You know, when you get like, you have a list, right? And you have a list of engines you want to build. But then one day you wake up and you go, you know what? I need to build it, and I need to build it right now. So I feel like there's times where you just lock onto something and you get really inspired to build it. And nothing else.
And it wasn't previously on the list, but it's just shot up.
No, it's not on the list, but bang. And all those engines get bumped back.
Yep, that's happened to me like in the past week.
It'll definitely happen. Do you like Japanese steam locomotives? I do. They're very beautiful. I remember last year from the Brick Train Awards, there was one, the regional winner for Asia, which I think was Japanese.
I think so.
You remember the black one with the red wheels, Glenn? And it had the gold lining. That was a really gorgeous thing. And if I'm honest, I thought it was better than mine. So
I'm going to see if I can find it.
Yeah. Can we share stuff on this? We really need to like. This is the first time. Oh, so you can share. But I'm not really a bit far from the laptop. I'm lazy. This will get better as we do more of these, I promise. What else? Okay, there's a lot of comments. Where my British Rail Class 390 Pendolino. JK, obviously. Okay, I was about to say that's a lot of bits. I think someone's done a Pendolino I can't remember who, but it's definitely done before. Done pretty well too, 7 wide. Christopher, love your content. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Christopher. Please be sure to subscribe to StreamlinedBricks as well, Glenn, because he's got a great channel and his builds are a lot better than mine. So
I disagree.
Come on.
Working on a video though.
Colorful. If you had to British find a UP big boy, what would you do?
I wouldn't do it. Short and sweet answer.
I better not say anything. I don't want to upset Glenn.
Oh, I won't take any offense at all. It's just not that I don't appreciate the question. It's just I don't understand why you would ask it, because you'd never have a locomotive like a big boy anywhere outside of America.
No. Maybe Australia.
Maybe
Australia.
You got the space for it there.
Bricks. Oh, Mac. Hang on. There you are. Please subscribe to Mac Bricks. I just watched your video on the. Do you remember the tin plate train, Glenn?
Yep.
Love that. That was awesome to see. Great build. Neat. That was very cool.
I like it.
I thought it almost inspired me to do one of those, like, if anyone saw those new Hornby, like, 50-year anniversary, was it 50 years or 100 years? I don't know. They had, like, these little, they look like the old wind-up sets.
Yeah.
Yeah. It almost made me want to do that. I love that build, Mac. Awesome job. Cool. Amanda, if you guys were to build anything else, what would it be? Cars, tanks, planes? Oh, okay. Glenn, you first.
Oh, I don't know. I probably would have to say planes because of one or two reasons.
Yeah.
Here's the first reason.
Okay. That's the Brickmania Black Hawk, guys, and it is awesome. It is so cool.
Oh, When they said that they were going to restock that, I was like, okay, maybe I should consider it this time.
You have to take out like a small loan on the house or anything like that? Because
I did not, but that was I don't purchase Brickmania very often. That was a special thing.
Hey, Brickmania, if you want to send me one of your Lego trains to review, I'd be more than happy to accept.
I'll give it a shot.
No, I couldn't. That's the problem living here. Everything costs too much.
Lego costs a lot in general.
I get bored in streams. Don't blame me. Don't blame me. I'd get bored too. If I were to build anything else, I'd probably have to say I've always wanted to do like little what do they call them? Not mosaics. Like little scenes from movies, you know, like vignettes or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've always wanted to do stuff like that. Like if to do like some of my favorite movies, like God, The Shining, that would be cool. Jaws, I love Jaws. I love the horrors.
That's a great. Jaws is a fantastic movie.
Jaws is a fantastic movie. Best movie of all time, my opinion. Humble opinion.
That's all right.
What did I watch? We watched The Truman Show the other night. I love The Truman Show. That's a cool movie if anyone hasn't seen that. Yeah, I'd like to do stuff like that, but, you know, I love trains too much. I would like to give it a go, though. What are the pros and cons of Lego model railroading versus other types of model railroad? I can't even say it. I can't say railroading every time. I lose it. Pros and cons. You know what? If you asked me that question 10 years ago, I'd probably say there were a lot more cons. Nowadays, you find we're pretty good. Like, there's a lot of limitations. I think the biggest ones, if people want stickers and stuff, like I get it pretty lucky because I got Alex. But if you want custom stickers, they're not cheap to get, like secondhand or through stores like Fox Transfers, even Trimlight tape. I thought was pretty expensive for me. But no, we've got heaps of manufacturers that make custom track, custom wheels, rods. Like the hobby has grown so much, and considering how much new parts Lego produce every year, I wouldn't say it's getting easier, but it's definitely like the limitations are slowly they're going down.
Definitely.
So, yeah, I'd say the cons would be maybe custom decaling or maybe just getting started because it is a big hobby. No, sorry, it's a little hobby. And so if you're going for the first time, it's just starting. Like I remember I struggled at the start, like to find resources and all that. But if you do look, and if you look on just my About tab on YouTube, you'll see I've put links into stores that are really good and helpful to get you going. And I try to do videos that help you guys out too, which is hopefully helping. Have you ever watched Railway Roundabouts? No, I haven't, but I have heard of it, Sam. Hi. Is that a Garrett? Yes, it is. I'm supposed to be building it, but there's a lot of questions.
It's your first live stream. You can't expect there not to be just a million questions.
Next live stream, I'm not even talking. They can just watch.
Yeah, there you go.
No, I'm kidding, guys. I appreciate everyone who's come down here. Anyone who knows would recognize it instantly. Oh, the Garrett. Okay. Bantam Cock done. The build is done. The only thing I need to do is add a few more stickers, and I've got to just tweak the connecting rods. I know what was making it shutter up. If you remember watching from the video, it had a few problems. Can you make a tutorial on your plank wagons? Geez, you're getting good progress on that. Look at him go, guys. You on what? Is that bag 4, bag 3?
What's that? Oh, no, I'm still on 1.
Okay, maybe not.
I tend to build fast sometimes.
Okay. Matt, and for people who ask a lot, I won't do a tutorial on plank wagons, but if you go to Scott Nick 1's FLICKR page, he has the instructions on his FLICKR account. That's why I won't do a tutorial, because it's actually not my design. So if you want mine are tweaked a bit more to make it easier to mass produce, but If you want to make really nice plank wagons, please go to ScottNick1 FLICKR page.
I've actually built one of those in stud.io recently. Not recently, but
yeah,
last year, I guess.
Well, I think we got one from you, Glenn. I just finished my perishing class 280. I'd like to thank you both for all the inspiration. General Hammond again.
Well, you're welcome.
I'm not familiar with that Loco, but
I'm not familiar with it. I'm gonna Google it right now.
I thought you might. Okay. Well, Glenn will look it up. I'm sure it's nice. If you got a way of sharing it, I'd love to see it. I would like that too. Congrats. Have you ever watched Railroad?
No. Okay.
Thanks.
So it's the S160's cousin.
Ah, yeah. Okay, I do know it. That's awesome, man. I'm glad to hear. So guys, don't ask questions twice. Just notice we are getting to them. We're just very slow. There's a lot to go through. I know where everyone lives. They live on planet Earth. Got Albert Einstein over here. Will you do a vid about best Lego design app? Design. I think that's supposed to be design. Apps or like programs? I'm assuming programs as well, because I don't think there's any apps that you can get at the moment. What do you use, Glenn?
I, for the longest time, used Lego Digital Designer, but they have stopped supporting that. Now I use the stud.io or Studio from Bricklink, and I love it.
Yeah, well, there you go. I think I was the same case. I haven't really explored Stud yet, only because, I don't really build digital. And if I only do, it's only to do how to build videos for you guys. So most of the time, I do pre-build. But I'd say the same because Studio or Stud.io, sorry, you can, I think, get parts lists and make wanted lists from your builds. So that's like super easy. The amount of times I've like gone from Digital Designer and ordered 2 less or 2 more of some bricks that, just because I can't be bothered going through every single individual brick. Yeah, I'd probably say Stud.io. Hey, British Bricks, are you going to do the BR9F? I will do it at some stage. I'm trying to take a break from complex valve gear just because sometimes it slows you down and you don't want to do the same thing you don't want to slow down your love of it. You've got to give yourself a bit of a break every now and then, I think.
I'm right there.
Yeah. I don't even know. American Locos are just so much more detailed on the outside because of all the piping and the valve is so complete. I don't know how you do it. That would drive me nuts.
There's a utilitarian thing about American steam locomotives, and I love it.
No, I'm the same. I'm a very big fan of function over aesthetic, even though I build British locos. Coming from an industrial designer.
Oh, that's all right. Oh, that's all right.
Modernism.
You're talking to a person who will argue with anyone that the Grizzly A-class specifics are some of the best engines ever made.
Oh yeah, they're beautiful. Did you order any one? No, I didn't order, but I was given some of the 104 switches from Octramber. They haven't come yet, but no, they're on their way. So I'll definitely do a review of that. I'm very excited, Connor. Connor's one of my old Patreons. How's it going, mate? This is a duck. I love that name. Hello there. I really shouldn't be here. You really should. This is a duck. You really should. Oh, no. I just updated it, and now it's going crazy. We are so behind. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Are you kidding me?
Oh, the chat's just updated. There's so
many. What time is it? How long have we been going for? We've been going for...
It's about 8:25. 8:25 here. I think we're
Did we start
to come up on an hour.
Okay.
Maybe we're at 50 minutes.
You want to finish this, mate? I don't want to keep you up.
Oh, I'm fine.
You're fine?
Yeah, I'm fine. I could be on here another hour and a half if I wanted to be.
Let's do it. I mean, I was going to do a bit of work later, but it needs that motivation. Okay, where are we? I'm back. Build a BR class 46. Maybe will you do a video about best Lego? Already did. I'll re-answer that. Hey, Conrad. Well, Glenn and I have something in common. We both haven't seen Back to the Future. Guys, you know what, Glenn? I think we are going to have to call it right now.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. It's not that I don't want to watch the movie. It's just that I haven't gotten around to it yet.
By the end of this week, you will have seen it. Have you ever watched it? I would answer that. Kestrel, no, that's a really good guess. But again, I'm kind of giving it away by saying it's a really good guess. Glenn guessed Osprey. No, not.
Yeah, I guessed Osprey.
Osprey. Kestrel. Oh, do I say it now? There's a theme.
Live stream exclusive unveiling of which A4 you're building.
Come on, let's see if anyone can get. There's Mallard, Osprey, Kestrel. What's the theme there? Come on, guys. You can work this out. If you can guess what the theme is, I'll drop the name. Mallard, Kestrel, Osprey.
I know what the theme is. It's just I don't know the name.
Yeah, Glenn doesn't count. He can't guess. It's got to be one of you guys. I know the name of your A4, and you know I didn't like it. Luke, it's not. I've changed my mind. It's not Silver Fox. What a surprise is coming to you guys. It's going to be funny because I think it's like a name that no one knows, and everyone's going to be like, oh, really? Like, out of all the famous A4s, you chose that name?
Hey, don't feel bad because
I'm not feeling bad. I feel good.
Oh yeah, it's special to you, and it's.
I can't believe
that's important.
Have you ever seen? I don't think he's reading the YouTube chats. I definitely am reading. I'm slow. Please. We do. Yes. See, this is why there's so many comments. You guys are repeating. Emerald Day, Rocket Train. Would you ever considering building a furnace railway K2? Don't know the furnace railway. Do you know the furnace railway?
It's Edward from Thomas the Tank Engine. If you take your locomotives or if you take the Thomas locomotives and put them back to their original inspirations.
Okay. Sorry, Lego Tech. Probably not going to happen. Even though I know I've built some, and believe me, they let me know that I built one there in the show. They let me know. Probably not. I do want to do a 4.0. I just don't know which one yet. I think I just got to.
There's a lot of good ones.
There are a lot of good ones. I don't know. There was the LNER one I kind of liked that had that sort of really big smoke box, big boiler, and it had the big wheel arches on it. Oh, so many classes of Locos. So hard to remember. I like the Southern Locos, the 440s that have like the exposed tender wheels. You know those ones?
I think so.
Yeah, sort of older looking. I do like those. So hopefully that will suffice.
I might upset you, but I actually like the look of the K2. Just for as far as aesthetics go, I like it.
Is it like legit, or is it just Edward?
No, it's pretty legit.
Furnace. Oh my god, that camera quit. Is Furnace Railway like an actual? Is it a legit railway?
Yep.
Okay. I've never heard of it before. It actually, you know what? It's actually quite a pretty loco.
I like it.
Very small. I did not know that. Okay.
You could just build the non-Thomas Tank Engine version.
I mean, if it plays the fans, why not? Brandon, oh man, British Bricks, hello. Any previews on the river? Didn't you see my last video, Brandon? I finally showed it off. Brandon has been begging me to build the Riverside and Great Northern Loco, the little miniature railway one, and I built it. I
was wondering what that was.
I don't know where I left it. That's what happens when you have a messy logo.
Small, it's easier to lose.
Yeah. I did watch the video, Brandon, and you will see it. I even thought of making an old Loco, like line and copper knob era. I have sort of thought about it, but if I'm honest, I'm not super interested in that. I love the Big Four era, obviously. LNER being my favourite railway. I would maybe consider like a Loco from maybe like the 1880s. Yeah, I'll think about it. It's a good shout. How are you so good at making everything? I just copied Glenn. Do you have some sort of background in designing? I'm studying as an industrial designer and I'm doing a double degree also. So I'm doing that and engineering. And I've always liked designing things, and Lego for me has been always a way of like keeping that passion. So yeah, I do have a little bit of a background.
I think we're blood brothers.
Yeah, pretty much. Separated at birth, separated by vast seas. Hi everyone. Hi Studio James. Hello, hello. Hey BB. Are you going to make the British Railways 9F? I am going to make that. But people love the 9F.
Everybody wants you to do it.
I love 9F. I love it. Dominion of... It's not the Dominion of Canada. This is a duck. Good guess. Have you seen Railway? Sam Brown. I have not seen it. I have heard of it. I will watch it. I promise. Please stop asking. During the valve gear example videos, I saw you had medium flange blue wheels. What's the plan? Oh, okay. They were blue. They're not blue anymore. So for those who don't know, on Shapeways, there's a store called Shup's Train Stuff, and he sells 3D printed parts, and they're quite good. My recommendation would be to get them not in colour, though. I would say get them in white. First of all, because it's cheap, and second of all, because I got them in blue. But if you look at my FLICKR page on the old Andrew Barkley, I remember they were very faded because they're dyed. They're not painted, so they don't have that gloss. So what I do, I order them in white and then get the matching paint. And then so if I hold up my little packet here, have I revealed this yet?
Oh, that's gorgeous.
The light's very average, isn't it?
Is that sand green?
That is sand green. This used to be Yoda.
Oh, man.
Yoda devoted his life to making this packet.
The Yoda Locomotive. That's a dumb thing to say.
Locomotive. I love that. And I did the same with it. You can see how it's got a bit of shine to it on the E2 there.
They look better that way.
Yeah. Even adding a bit of brown. So yeah, that's where the blue wheels went. It went on the packet.
Cool bit of Lego train history. So you mentioned Shup's Brick Train Stuff. Mm-hmm. He's a good friend of mine. I haven't talked to him very recently, but just because of he's busy with the rest of life outside of Legos. That happens a lot. The first, I think, as far as I know, the first application of his wheels designs was on a locomotive that I made.
Really?
The the Streamlined green passenger Pennsylvania K4 that I built years ago.
Yeah.
That was, as far as I'm aware, that's the first locomotive to ever use a double XL wheel or a wheel designed by Nate Brill.
Wow. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Glenn came, Glenn saw, he did it first, and he's still here. There you go.
Blazing all kinds of trails.
Burning bridges. Wow, there you go. I didn't know that. I love that Loco. Have you still got the dark green one? Please tell me you do.
Yep, it's boxed up. I haven't gotten it out in a long time because it's old now. I've still got it though. I do still have it.
That was a great build. That was a great build. It's probably why
I'm very happy with it.
It's not
even though it's technically the wrong color.
Well, hey, Northern Eastern Railways aren't really lime green either, but who's complaining? Or South Africa. It's not South Africa. Hey, how's the Garrett going? Well, I was supposed to be working on it, but
Too many people are asking questions.
Can you guys see it? I gotta hold it. It's so heavy to hold. So I'm currently missing. So you got the first bit of valve gear going on it, and that is on R40s. I am crazy. This side's.
I know it. I know the design choices behind the Garrett locomotive style, but I still think that it's pretty impressive that you can get that around R40s.
A lot of nights were lost for this loco. A lot of sleep was lost, and it hasn't paid off. Oh boy.
Been there, done that.
Yeah. I think there is another one. Not blue. Okay, let's skip a little bit. If you could, would you update any old Lego train sets like the 4559? I wish you used the names. I'm so bad at this. I'm assuming the Metroline and something else. Again, the phone out.
If you could, would you update? I would update the Santa Fe Super Chief because why not?
Okay, so the 4559. It's the Lego Railway cargo set. I'll get that up. Yeah.
Oh, one of the weirder 9-volt ones.
It was. I think that was the first ever 9-volt train set I got though. I did love that. So.
I think
it was fun as a kid. A lot of playability to it. I remember that. It's quite cool. And I'm guessing 4558 is Metroliner. Probably wouldn't update the Metroliner because I don't want to take it apart. It's quite valuable to me. A lot of history. It was in the old Turbo J train series, so I can't. It's not
Lego YouTube history right there.
It's a prop. Lego history. That's a big part of how I really loved Lego trains too. The Troublehood train series on YouTube.
If you haven't watched that and you call yourself a fan of Lego trains, I think that you are seriously missing out.
You ain't. You got to go back, watch it, then we'll talk.
That's some history right there.
I did get in contact with him the other day, Matt.
Oh yeah, I'm actually friends with him on Facebook.
Yeah, great guy.
Absolutely.
Great guy. Very excited to see what he comes up with next.
I'm glad that he's still around too. He's still building, I think, 009 models.
He's got a lot of models coming up. And that's all I'll say about that.
Mm-hmm.
About the A4, I actually know what he's called. No, it's not Bidden. Hi, Luke from Discord. Nowhere near. I'll wait to see if my comment from earlier is read out. God, that's how long we're taking. He asked like a question like 30 minutes ago, which I answered. Then he asked again. Then he asked again at 12:16 if I asked it. Answered it. I'm really sorry, Luke. We're not good at this. Hello, British Brick.
We're about...
What's good? We're
about 25 minutes behind in the chat, by the way.
Yeah. 12:16 I'm reading. What's good? Everything, brother. Life's good. Enjoy it. I know we're stuck down at the moment, but hopefully the vaccine's coming in soon. Things will go back to normal. We've got to hold up. Play it safe. For our loved ones and all that. Life's good, man. It'll be better soon. When you do the instructions for the modded Emerald Knight, can you give a list of all the parts and go slowly step by step for those who are building along? Matthew, I will do a how-to build. Probably won't do a parts list. Because I do like to do the how-to build videos for everyone and all that, but it does take a bit of work and time, and I do have other commitments in life. But I will try and do the how-to build soon. I will try and do that because I know a lot of you wanted to see that. And the E2. Is it an original name or has he made it up? It is original. I promise it's original. It's just it's the one you probably haven't heard of. It did get screwed. So, dioramas. Love dioramas. Why does British Bricks sound Australian?
I was waiting for you to get to that question. Just surprise, guys. He's not actually from England.
Secrets out. If you haven't watched the podcast on LNUR and you haven't seen Brick Train Awards, I'm really sorry to say I'm not British. but I'm a descendant of the British Empire. Long live the Queen. Dwight D. Eisenhower. No, it's not named after that, but I would love to name another A4 after that because he was a pretty big president during World War II. I'd love to have a Winston Churchill too. Would like that.
I think that would be the one that I want. That's the one that's preserved over here.
Yeah, that's right. That is true. He did come back. He did come back to the UK though during the Great Gathering, I think, for a bit. That was awesome.
Yeah, I believe you're right.
Can you believe that?
Really cool
that they did that, and the Dominion of Canada they shipped out. That is amazing. I think British Bricks would want to join Lego Masters, the TV show. Funny enough, I remember the first day of uni, and the show just came out here, and I was in my industrial design class, and I was looking over, I was thinking, I know that guy from somewhere. And we got talking, funnily enough, he was on the show, and he was one of the first contestants for Lego Masters Australia. He's a great guy, great builder. He didn't win, sadly, but he told me to go on it, but I just don't think it's for me. I don't know what every week you'd just be like, Sam, what have you built? I built a train. Sam, what you build next week? Another train. Yeah, I don't think it would last long. Is that A4 Dwight D. Eisenhower? Would you go on it, Glenn?
They actually, no. I talked to 2 casting agents about it though. But I basically told them the same thing as I told them, well, one, I work full time, so I couldn't go on. No. And 2, I told them look, I'm not going to give you the TV series that you want, is because all I know how to do is a train. I don't know how to do the challenges that you're going to ask me to do.
Yeah,
it's not going to be entertaining for people to watch.
No, it's not. Trains get old. No, it's not for everyone. It's a very niche market. Any of your models self-powered?
I'll be back in a minute.
Okay, Glenn's going. Bye, Glenn. We missed him already. Hopefully I can get through some of these questions. Any of your models self-powered? Yes, the EE1, which was my Brick Train Awards entry for 2021, uses a BWiz battery box and an M motor. That's self-powered. And the BR Class 04 uses a 9-volt motor with Lego Model Railway. That's true. Hello. Remember your 060 Terrier Stepney? I made my own, but there's one problem. I'm missing, I think that's meant to say driving wheels. Driving wheels I got from Big Ben Bricks. It's an online store. Very good wheels, heaps of sizes. It's been around for a long time, and that's where I get all my wheels. If you want to do, because I painted mine, you want to get them in yellow for the color I use for my Loco, and then paint them in sort of that nougat color. Hey Dawson, hey Datsun, hey man, love your videos, keep up the good work. Thanks, mate. Orc, I don't know what orc means. I'm still looking for that driving wheel. Sorry, William, that was Big Ben Bricks. Oh no, it updated again. We're so behind. No. And I thought we were getting through it then. Scroll up. Dude.
What time are we at now?
I've just... Okay. I'm going to skip a bit. Chat is very delayed. We are live, which is like...
Yeah. In real life, there would be like a 20-second or less lag, and we're
at 20 minutes.
Answering so many questions.
We're catching up. Mac Bricks. Thanks, guys. Happy building. Thank you, mate. Glad you could come on. Love your builds. You don't freaking say. I don't freaking say. You don't say so. Hey, there he is, the king, Techno Andrew. Hello, just realised this was on. We're playing the Guess the 8 Ball. We are, Andrew. So far, no one's got it. Kingfisher, that's a good one. I think Owen's got onto the thing. Well, everyone has so far.
I'm just going to list random birds.
Not famous people. That's because the impression for A2 was Thomas. Yep. Union of South Africa. No. I'm just going to lost random words. Silver Link then. Nope. What? Dwight D. Eisenhower? Nope. Sir Nigel Griffin? Nope. Gotta love old D. Okay, Dominion of Canada.
I think it's supposed to be Dwight D. Eisenhower.
Oh, Juzzy Boy at 12:28. Everyone, Juzzy Boy. It is Seagull. We finally got there.
Golden Eagle?
Seagull.
Oh, Seagull. Oh, sorry, I was looking at the wrong message.
Well done to Juzzy Boy. Shout out. Now I have to call it Juzzy Boy.
Nice.
Seagull. It is Seagull. You got onto the theme. It was birds. I chose Seagull because they're pretty much the rats of Australia. They live everywhere on the beach, and I feed them chips every time I see them. Seagull is the correct answer. Well done. So that's the name of the A4 guys. We can put that to bed. Going to be a long while until he sees this. It's going to be a quite bit behind in the chat, but I need to go now. Thanks, Luke. Well, he's gone now anyway. You'll see that I said goodbye there. Dominion of Australia. I nearly did Commonwealth of Australia, but I needed a 1x8 tile to do it, and I didn't want that. Plot twist, he names the A4 after his channel. Okay, I think we should skip a bit down now because a lot of guesses. Golden Shuttle, some good guesses.
Yeah.
Locomotives does Aussie. Good on you, mate. So am I. Golden Eagle.
Everybody's asking about a K2 again.
Golden Eagle. Hey, sorry I'm late. No worries, no wolf.
I think you're on time.
I think I'm still 12:33. I asked about the Furnace Railway K2 class locomotive, not because of Thomas, but because I do really like the locomotive itself. Sorry, I assumed. No, it's all right, mate. Believe me, it's fine. I got no prejudice against. It's good. It is a beautiful locomotive. We just looked it up. I think the A4 is Dwight Downs now. Okay, keep going. What brand of flex tube do you guys use? Lego. Is there any other flex tube out there? I remember I tried to look on eBay for I think I was looking for dark red flex tube or just wire, but I didn't think I ended up using it. Yoda locomotive, everyone likes that. You know what? I was going to call it, what was I going to call it? I think I was going to call it Teddy or something. I might call it Yoda now.
There you go.
British Bricks, I have a challenge for you to build the Union Pacific, big boy. I'm sorry, William. I will not do it. I can't. It's too big. I'm supposed to be going to sleep for work tomorrow. I shouldn't be watching this. Now I blame you guys. Andrew, don't go to work. Talk to us. We're real mates. Rip sleep. What time is it for everyone? See, usually I'm the one who's up at 4 a.m. doing this for you guys. You can all suffer. Garrett's looking epic. Thank you. Wow, that train really looks good. Garrett G, what? Who here wants the Trouble the Train series to continue? Hey, Matt, be patient, my friend. Be patient. I had the same first 9-volt set as you. I made a Terry.
Don't actually go annoy Matt. He's got plenty of other things to work on.
There's got a lot of things to work on, but I'm telling you, patience. Patience. It was the Trouble Train.
Good things come to those who wait.
In fact, speaking of Trouble Trains, I probably should show. This was meant to be an upcoming video, but I've just been a bit behind lately. Got these guys. Where's the camera?
Oh, man.
The little Weston. Got Bessie, the tendon. I don't know where. I had to. I couldn't not. Because I was going through
I can't blame you.
I was going through my LDD files the other day trying to clear some out because my laptop's going crazy at the moment. And I found, because he used to give it out on mock pages, but mock pages is no longer. I might get in touch with them actually and ask if
I didn't know that actually.
On his mock pages, he shared all the digital files, Legend. And I didn't take me long to save them and install them, and I've still got them.
Nice. Oh, my chat just went down again. Dead good.
Oh, no. Oh, no, we're pretty all right now. 12:39. I lost my...
We're getting there.
When he used my Pullman design in Trouble Trains 3. He did. Were you angry or bad or happy, Andrew? If anything, you should be happy because what a show. What a show. What does it mean when you're trying to remake the third installment of the Trouble? He's not... Trouble Train series is done, but the Desk Railway...
He's making the
Desk Railway
series.
The Desk Railway is not done. but you got to be patient for it because he's a busy guy. He's an awesome guy, and he will get to it. Just tutorial on Stepney. I won't do Stepney because sometimes you like to keep models to yourself, and that's one. Sorry to say, guys. I have seen a lot of people have like sent me on email, Glenn. They've like emailed me like photos of like they've just recreated the model. I've gone, okay, they can share it. I haven't seen a lot of people do it, so if you really love it that much, you're just gonna have to watch my videos a lot. I think I'll ask my questions now and come back tomorrow to see the response. Dawson, that's probably a good idea. Seagull, nice. I know seagull. Squawk, squawk. Seagulls are like BTEC pigeons, pretty much. Great name for an A4, although the actual birds are bastards in real life. My headphones are dying. I should really go soon. What do you mean? How do headphones? Bluetooth. I've never understood Bluetooth headphones. All my mates had them at school and stuff, and I used to just go behind and just go. And away they'd go. What would be your favourite preserved railway? Glenn, favourite preserved railway?
Well, if you're talking about, if you're going to take preserved railway literally,
the first
I'd probably say either the Taliquin or the Nevada Northern.
Yeah. I don't. You almost have to say Italian because that was, for those who don't know, the first ever railway to be preserved by fans and enthusiasts. And if they didn't, imagine what we would have now. Scary to think about, really. We didn't have
the first preserved railway in history.
Yeah. All right, I need to quickly go. I'll be right back. Glenn, you're taking over at 12:47.
All right, I'll do my best. Wonder what locomotive to each of you dream of building. There are a couple that I dream of building. One of them I've got going, another one that I've got going digitally. I'll try to remember to ask British Bricks when he gets back. I have never dabbled in Lego pneumatics. I don't know if I will ever do that. There's a GG1 with Flying Scotsman image. I'm well aware of that. It's from the Flying Scotsman's trip around the world back in the day. Tribute models. Okay, I think we're back and caught up now. Awesome. Oh, he's just broken something in his house. Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know the head moved on that. That's cool. So we were really close when you left.
We catching up, man. There were some big questions. That's why it was so slow. Your guys' fault, not ours. What are we on?
Cuban Sphere asked. Well, so the question that I definitely think you should answer is, what locomotive do you dream of building?
Oh, actually, I know that. It's be the LMS Princess class. Princess Elizabeth, to be specific.
Oh, what a nice engine. What a nice engine.
This was my first ever model train set. And if I didn't get it, I probably wouldn't love Lego trains as much. Or trains in general. It's very old and it's very dusty. It's... God, the lighting is so bad. Yeah, that this is a very special place in my heart. I love the locomotive. It's stunning. The color scheme, the lining, the scale. That has to be the one I just hope to build. Because it was one of my first ever Lego mock builds, but in fact, I think you can find it if you look it up, like Lego LMS, Princess Elizabeth, something like that. And it was shocking. It was in red. It used like the basic slope bricks, but I would love to. Probably would be. Yeah, it's
got to start somewhere.
That's it. Got to start somewhere, guys. Okay, where are we now? Bluebell, have you ever dabbled in Lego pneumatics? No, I haven't. Probably won't. Have you, Glenn?
No, I have not.
No. Okay. Could be worth the shout. Seems like a lot of work for what it is, though.
I know there's a lot of people who there are not a lot of people, but there are some people who have actually used them to make like steam, just a compressed air locomotive.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool. It's just
no, same here, but I don't know. It seems like a big investment. I probably wouldn't do it. So no, sorry. Good question.
There's a lot of much older parts at this point as well.
No, it just updated again. You are kidding me. Oh no, we're back. There's a GG1 with Flying Scotsman image. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Stephen.
Pennsylvania GG1 and Flying Scotsman from when the Flying Scotsman came over here. Yeah.
That's cool. Techno Andrew. Bessie, yep, you got it. Bessie and Little Western. So that's when I still behind. Little Western, my heart melted then. Bessie's back. Tribute models. Hey, Ol. How's it going, man? Ol Macheck is another great builder in the Lego train community. He won Best Global TFOL Wagon for his Northern Eastern brake van, I think. It's an awesome build. You know the dark red one, Glenn?
The which one, sorry?
It was a dark red brake van, NE on the side. The best TFOL wagon. Haven't seen it. Look it up. Great build, great builder.
Yep. I remember now. That's very well, very deserved.
Congrats on
the signal box as well.
And the signal box, yeah. I saw the details in that. That was amazing. See, I'm not like that. I can't.
I know Kale has mentioned the details in that signal box like 8 times to me.
No, he has gone above and beyond that, and I think it's on his FLICKR too, so please check that out. Techno Andrew, I had the pleasure of meeting Matt Turbo J once at the Lego show a few years back. I keep up with him on Twitter, and yes, I was very happy he used my Pullman design. That's awesome. He's a great guy. I hope to know him too. I hope to get another trip into the UK at some point. I was hoping this year, but it might not happen. Who knows? Can I get a shout out for my YouTube channel? Fred Boy and Friends. Give him a sub. Why not? Give him a sub. I think we're about caught up here, mate.
I believe we are. A couple minutes behind at this point.
Andrew, you've not been to the Italian Railway and you live there. That is not an excuse. You need to get there pronto. Yeah, you are caught up. I'd be so poor if I lived in the UK. I'd just give all my cash to bloody every train, exhibition, museum. Just devote it all. Yeah, you are caught up. We're caught up. Yeah, this is the way.
We're there.
This is the way. You're so lucky to have had a train set. I hope you get a train set. This is a duck. Or are you talking about the elements? Elizabeth, probably. British Bricks, are you going to build the LMS Coronation class? I'd like to do it again. I remember getting the design off Andrew a couple of years ago now. Yeah, about maybe 4 or 5 years ago now. And I did the Hamilton in dark red with the gold stripe. I would like to do it again. But I'm probably going to wait because I've got a lot of the other engines I'd like to get going first. We're caught up, man. We did it. They said we couldn't do it.
That was a lot.
Woo! British Bricks, are you going to build the LMS currently? Yeah, so yeah, I probably will at some point in the future. I don't actually remember anyone doing a princess. Plenty of people have done the coronation. That's right, Andrew. General Hammond, do you use a name brand Lego Flex Tube? What do you mean by that? As in if it's
like genuine Lego Flex Tube instead of just another 3mm diameter hose.
I do use Lego Flex Tube. Comes in a few colors.
I do everywhere I can.
It's in dark blue now from the Bugatti Chiron.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, mate. No worries, Owen. Well deserved, mate. Okay, now we're going to start. What would you think would be the best quality of railways in Australia, Britain, America, India, and maybe Germany? In other words, what do you think makes them different? That's a big one. And now we're going to.
That's a question.
We're going to fall behind again, but Glenn, why don't you talk about American railways, and then maybe I can try and do Australia and Britain. I don't know much about Indian railways.
I don't know much about Indian railways either. I think the best quality of railways, at least in America, is the variety. I think is like because of the amount of different railway companies there were. Even though that there were a much smaller number of locomotive builders, there's still an incredible quantity of different locomotives and different like freight car and passenger car designs that are out there. Yeah. And I really like that because there's almost something for everybody.
I think
I've always kind of go ahead.
Okay, you go.
I don't know if this is going to be a good thing to say, but I've always kind of viewed Australian locomotives and cars as kind of a mix between American and British.
No, they are. I think that's the problem with Australian railways. Well, I don't think there's a problem now. I think we're quite modernised. Like it's an average sort of system. It works for the most part. But when they started, like all the different states in Australia, they all sort of went on their own path. Like they did different things. Like all the gauges are different between the states. So I think that made standardization pretty hard. Whether you got like the UK, which is one system, one network, and then many networks within those networks. Probably what I'd say on that. I think that's what separates them. So Australia, you're right. It's a bit of a mix. Like you got all kinds of people. People were sending us all kinds of engines from the war. And then it took us a while until we started doing our own thing. Yeah, that's what I'd say. And then Britain, they'd probably be the pioneers. They were experimenting. And then later on, they were leading the game, but places like America and Europe, they were picking up pretty quick too. Especially America. Costing all that land, they needed it. Pneumatics are pretty cool. Pneumatics, sorry, are cool. They actually cost. Sorry, what? Are cool because they actually sound real. They aren't that complicated. It's just being able to manage all the tubes inside. Well, maybe
I'm terrible with cable management. That's my problem.
See, Doug, I can't even do Technics, so I'm going to struggle. It does still exist. We're falling behind again on that question. If you didn't do Lego, what would you do? O, H, O, or N, and why? Don't know. To be honest, I've always wanted to do like building model kits of like 5-inch gauge locomotives. Like that would be like awesome.
That would be really cool.
That'd be beautiful. I'm a big fan of what's his name, Wattle Road or something. It's like a private 5-inch gauge railway in the UK. He's a really nice guy. I've got a cool channel on YouTube if you haven't seen it already. Stuff like that.
I feel like I've heard of it.
You probably would. He's a nice guy. It's all in his backyard like crazy. He's got about 1,000, box fans and all that. So if you haven't seen it, check him out. Cool. It just took you guys 47 years to do it, lol. And we're behind again.
And now we're another 13 years behind.
We're 4 minutes behind. We're all right. We're getting there. What does it mean when it says launch the train? Don't know. Do you plan to make any other coaches besides the MK ones or the Australia coaches? Yes, I do, Matt. Glenn, have you seen that show? It's a British show. I only just watched it and I loved it. It was called The Great Carriage Restoration, I think. Something like that.
No, but I've heard of it and I would like to see that.
Yeah, you should watch it because it's all free on YouTube. And it's an awesome show. It's like 4 different coaches, all different sizes and shapes. One's royalty, one's a Pullman, got a Gresley coach, and like this beautiful small coach from the Isle of Wight, I think. And I'd really want to do that set of coaches because they're 4 completely different coaches, but I love the idea. The time train, they called it, I think. And they restored all of them in the show, like from rust and rot to absolutely stunning designs. Okay.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I'd love to do that. Best quality of British railways is the coverage and the availability of them. In the 1800s, people went crazy building them everywhere. Too true. I think I skipped a few questions there. It's 2 a.m. and you actually caught up. We are, Andrew. We're on top now. Could you show the bottom of one of your steam trains? Or is this going to hold? So, actually, you know what I might do?
Not bad.
This one.
I'm going to grab one too.
So for the Garrett, it's got a swivel here. And that's so it can go around R40s because you got 2 bogies. On the pivot truck. So basically, some engines I have to make these slide. To this one, I don't. I remember when I first built my 9F, I could never get the wheels to pivot. And Nick told me the best way to make sure they will is to put the connection point as far back as possible. And then you'll have the best chances of getting it to go around R40s. And to this day, I've never had that problem. So yeah.
Far back, as close, the connection point as close to the first flanged driver.
Yeah, correct, that's it. So on this model, you can see the Technic pin is as far back as it can be, right near that first flange, and then it just clicks on there and it swivels like that. That's the simplest.
Mine's basically the same. Got my Southern Pacific. There's the front bogie. There's my connection point, and it's just anchored into the frame.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
There's the massive boiler, biggest boiler I've ever built in Lego. It's a whopper. There's the rainbow.
Is that? Can you hold that up close? I want to see how wide that is.
It's about. It's
Got it.
How do I explain it? It's got one tile.
You've got a
wide. I think it works out perfectly.
You've got a row of studs in the middle of the slope.
Yeah.
Parts.
Correct.
Got it.
How does this go back on? I've done more damage to the Garrett than I have progress. This is not going well. Like 3 hours.
We're moving backwards.
I'm moving backwards. That's all right then. Since you used name brand flex tube, where do you buy it? Yeah, it is expensive on Bricklink, but I'm afraid that's just one of those parts. You know, you can't get everything cheap. There's always going to be that one part you need, and it will cost you more than you'd like to pay for it. Unfortunately, that's just the reality of it. Best quality, I can answer that one. Bit behind now. I don't know where we are now. It's okay. 2, I really should go to sleep now. I have to wake up at like 7. Please go to bed. Hope the rest of the stream goes well. Thanks, mate. Hello, everyone. How are you people? We're good, Oscar. We're kicking it. We're on. Shameless plug, shameless plug, shameless plug. Have Lego train stuff on my channel. Go check it out. Oh, this is a duck. Go check it out, guys. Please do. We like to support our train builders. We're a big community and we're growing. Who are your favourite? Not going to answer that because I don't have one. Obama out. See Obama. Is that his name? I doubt it, but. How are you going to motorise the train? I'm not. I like to motorise the carriages, and that saves me a lot of money on motorising every single engine because at the moment I've got 12. And that's a lot of bucks over here.
And that's a fine answer.
That's a Oh, here we go. Fred Boy's done a little American tribute to you at 107. Best quality of American railroads is, in my opinion, all of the different shapes and appearances of streamlined steam locomotives. You got that right. They have some beautiful streamlined locomotives. I think the UK tried. I think the A4 was the only successful one. This country class is kind of streamlined, but not really. Because the front's sort of like kadunk. But you got those big fins on the side. P2 didn't make it. They tried doing it on a castle class, I think, and it sort of looked like in an appropriate shape. The dome. Same
The coronation is just a bathtub.
And the coronation was just a bathtub. It exploded. Like, it was way too hot, way too hard to manage. But it is beautiful. Seth Bricks, hey, mate. Mate. When they're getting the Aussie slang going, here we go. Well, mate's not really Aussie slang, but, you know, if you say it like it is, it is. Okay, thanks for showing me that. Love your work. Keeping it up. It'll help me finish my Canadian National 6060 bullet nose. Cool sound.
Good locomotive.
Haven't heard of it, but it sounds sick. Massive. You've never built Big Boy before, though, lol. I haven't, and I won't. I think Mac has, and that's a hefty model. Any tips for making cab Stop updating. Now it's updated. Now mine.
Tips to make cab details for steam locomotives built at 4 studs wide. Does that mean the inside of the cab is 4 studs wide, or is the whole thing 4 studs wide? Because that's not a lot of room at all.
If you're talking about narrow gauge, I'd say try not to detail, man. Just go for the shape. Shape is what will make a narrow gauge train stand out.
7 studs wide. Go wider.
Nothing. It's just an empty box. This is. I think there's some cab details. Like, I don't like it.
Oh, that looks good.
I'm not a big interior detail kind of guy. Only because I like looking at them from the outside. The E2 had a bit of detail, I think. Hang on. I'm just going to pop the roof off. Even though it's kind of like necessary to the... there we go.
Nice.
Nice. So, build it bigger. But if you're building 4 stud wide cab, definitely just focus on the shape.
Just focus on the shape. Yeah, focus on shape. Focus on structure.
Form is everything. Form identifies and detail recognizes. That's not how it's not the right code. I was close. Hey, I know you're busy, but after this, could you please check out my first video? I finally uploaded it. I will do, Seth.
After this, I will probably go to sleep, but I will do my best to remember.
What time are we on, Glenn? Oh my God, it's 1. Are you all right?
9:15. I'm fine.
Time's work tomorrow.
I'll hard stop at another 45 minutes though.
All right.
If we go that long, anyways.
Fair enough. Hey, Brandon.
Brandon's here. I know Brandon.
Brandon Burt. Now I know.
Yep, he's close to me.
How's it going, mate? Any tips for ramming minifig hands into flex tube? That's a good question. I find, yeah, man, that's fair enough. I hate doing it. It's like the worst thing to do. Glenn, how do you do it?
I got it. All right.
You must have a damn pat.
So what you do? I do. So I've done 1,000,000 times. You get a pusher bar, regular 4-long lightsaber bar, slam it into the hand, and then hold up the piece that you're inserting the hand into with like, I don't have them here, but like a needle nose pliers, and then just force it in there.
Yeah.
It's really just a matter of just force it into the part.
Pretty much the same thing too. I do the same, but usually I have like a little stopper, or like on a 6-wide bar. You know how they got that little rim, and it stops the hand moving up and down. Because a lot of times I've been close to like just destroying models out of pure frustration from that.
Oh yeah.
That's how I do it. I have several techniques for holding Lego train axles. One simple one.
If you guys want to learn how to build, go ahead.
No, I was just cool. I was just giving a little shout out on how to hold axles. You go, Glenn.
Go check out Owen's FLICKR account because he is incredible at building British stock. Not that British Bricks isn't, but
I'm not even British, so how can I? Although Owen's American, so what does that say? New comments. Oh boy, my big boy is actually a yard long. A yard? How long is a yard? should know this, but it's like, you know, we in meters over
3
here.
feet. Freedom units.
Okay. That's big. That's 3 foot long subs. That's a lot of food.
How long is my mohawk?
It'd be long.
However long.
It's a bit of a flex, man.
Let me see. I gotta actually figure this out now.
Question was, one of the biggest challenges about building Lego trains was getting the wheels because you didn't know what to take your favorite train set apart, like the Super Chief or the Emerald Knight. Well, if you don't want to take the wheels off it, are you talking about like going with Owen's little point there? Because if you're talking about the axles and the wheels, it's pretty hard to get them now. They're quite expensive. I remember our club, someone in the club bought like a bunch of those old metal train axles because they were super cheap, but they are very hard to come by. The ones that
go through the wheel.
Yeah. So like your basic Lego train wheel. And these. So if you want to take them apart, I'd say don't. I'd say keep them. And what I'd say instead of doing is buying brick model railroaders, bearing wheels. These amazing, life-saving product, because I have tried removing the axles before and doing like the techniques that Owen suggested. But I find if you're pulling long trains, there's a bit of friction on it, and sometimes the wheels pop out, so you have to glue them, and you don't really want to glue them. So I think the best way, if you just want the plain wheels, the metal axle, and roll really well, these are what you need. Brick model railroader, go get them. Go get them.
I certainly love them.
I can't get enough of them. I've still got 4 boxes. Use
them everywhere that you can.
Everywhere. And you can have the longest trains. My EE1 could pull all my BMR MK1 coaches. I've never been able to do that before. I used to have to use Technic bars to hold the coaches together because they were so heavy. And now it's just like, it's amazingly smooth. I couldn't recommend them more. Is that engine back? Yes.
I managed to get 20 cars behind my Mohawk, and I was impressed at that.
20 cars is a lot in Lego, though. That's what people need to understand. Like, if you're doing it regular Lego, or Big Ben Bricks wheels, or even Lego's wheels, especially Lego's wheels, because they got the rubber bands, you cannot get more than 20 using power function. You cannot do that.
Especially this car exemplifies the kind of car that I was pulling 20 cars with my Mohawk. This is at least a pound.
Yeah, Lego's heavy, like, especially
it is.
Especially like that.
Yeah, you've got all the internal structure and all the detail on it. They get heavy.
They do. Like, even this little, vent van, you think there's not much to it. If you're using Lego wheels, that's a lot of weight on it, and that friction, you want a long line of, wagons and stuff like that, you're not going to be able to do it. You need like 10 9-volt motors, and then you'll be out of pocket. And you can't build any more trains. Okay, off the rant, back to the questions. I have a question. What's your favorite locomotive that you've made? What did I say before? I think I said the P2. P2.
I'm getting one of my recent favorites.
Now we're in for a treat.
As long as I don't break it.
Have you considered making rail cranes to add to your collection of rolling stock? I have. Well, like I said before, I'm really not good with Technic. Even basic Technic, I struggle. It's just because I haven't had a lot of Technic sets, and I'm not really like that, even though I'm supposed to be an engineer. So maybe I should get going on it.
Recent favorite of mine.
Oh my god, it's so pretty. It's not even fair.
Not complete yet. The electronics are lacking at the moment, but it's getting there.
Mate, that is...
Actually, this is the first time that I've shown either of these locomotives on YouTube.
Are you serious?
Yep. So I haven't published either of these. The first photos that anybody has seen publicly is just the ones that I submitted for the Brick Train Awards.
That's right. I spent a long time looking at those photos. Oh boy. New model measurement system. All models to be measured in subway footlongs. That's how I'm going to do it. The metric food is now irrelevant. Owen's on to the money here. Do you guys have any tips on making boilers on 7-stud wide engines? Yeah. Just when you're doing it, have some bricks on your side, print it out. The way I do it, I can finally explain it more easily now. It's hard to explain how I do it on YouTube with some of my blueprints. Come from me, I'm going rogue.
Oh, and you're saying about Wes Turngreat's boiler technique photo, and that's a lifesaver.
Yeah. So, this is how I measure my Locos. I always use the standard Lego small wheel. Place it on. If it fits, it fits. Which works out to be, I think, in my scale at least. I don't know the exact scale I build in, but it's like a small Lego wheel will be like 3 foot 2 inches, something like that.
So you're at about
what's that?
3 foot 3 inches. You're 39 inches. That's a little bit larger than what I would use it for.
Yeah.
Let me double check that. Yeah. You're a little bit larger than what I would use one of the train motor wheels for.
Yeah.
But
see, I don't. Yeah, it's hard building. There's a limitation right there, you know.
Yeah, you can't have it. Well, you can, but it's like how much of a detail nerd do you want to be about it?
It's that's the scale I use. It can also use as like a 3 foot wheel though. You know what I mean? Like it has a little bit of range. Like I don't mind. Like a large wheel would be what 5 foot, 5'2".
Yeah, close to. I did the math, and I think like an Emerald Knight driver is between like 54 and like 61 inches for me, or something like that. 54 and 60 inches.
Yeah.
Nominally, it's 57, but.
See, I go up. What do I do? So extra large is 6, large is 5, medium's 4, S is 3. That's it. That's just the simplest way I do it.
Yeah, you're basically moving up a foot in diameter.
Yeah, and then you got mediums. Like if you got 5'5", yep. Then you go to shapeways, and then you go because this is.
Yeah.
I
sat down and did the math one time, and that was a fun thing to do.
You say that, but I doubt it.
Well, it was figuring out the equation. It's just like I just plug in the numbers.
Yeah, the white rims really adds a lot. It really does. I love doing it on like wagons and stuff, giving that little white highlight. I want to do it on some coaches at some point. I need to find that.
Oh, that's a nice look.
I've jumped down a bit. Where are we? Max back. Have you seen Mike Pianta's? Sorry, I can't pronounce. He's in my group though.
Piana.
Yeah, Piana. He's in my group. He's a legend. AMD F units. Yes, I have. It's beautiful. Do I think it's better than Sava's design? Can't really recall.
I can recall Sava's, but I can't recall Mike's.
Was that the one that just won Best Diesel? I mean, for Australia.
No, Mike won with the best passenger car, I think, globally.
Yeah, but he won in Australia's. I mean, Australasia.
Yeah, I forget honestly.
Hold on.
I have never considered putting the Mohawk at the front of a passenger train for 2 reasons. One, because I don't have any passenger cars to put behind it, and the other reason is because I don't think the Mohawk's ever pulled passenger trains.
Yeah, no, I was getting confused there. That was Damien who won. No, I haven't seen it, so I can't say. I'm sure they're both equally good. Okay. Well, you considered or filmed putting the Mohawk at the end of a passenger train?
I just answered that one.
I did.
Yeah.
How do you do the white lining on the wheels? Because I'm trying to use a thin tape right now. Throw out that tape.
Thin tape does not sound like a fun time, honestly.
Tape. Posca pen, white Posca, little motor, put the wheel on the axle, get it spinning, gently brush the pen on, then you get it. Look, he's all over it. Or Sharpie. Sharpie's the American one.
I don't use a motor. I just use a crappy part, shove the wheel onto a bar, and then just go slow and spin it by my hand.
That's crazy.
Just the manual way.
That's crazy talk. I don't believe it. Mind you, I have done a few mistakes using the motor and going, whoa!
Yeah, no, that's what I try to avoid, is just because I could feel like I can just do it better if I just spin it by myself.
Like, okay, this is getting a black flange now.
Yeah, exactly.
Wes has saved us all. Has he what? Check out Wes turn gate spoiler images. How many watches we got? I've just seen. Oh, we got 22. Cool. I didn't see that till now. I often find the wheel size has to be compromised anyway because of the splashes. Through that, splashes on Lego wheels are huge, so sometimes it can, like, I don't know, it tricks me. Like, I think, is this 3.2 or it's
hard to do.
Yeah, it's Lego. You gotta just stick to what you do and hope it'll work. It was in the 17th hole diorama. Okay. I think I know what you're talking about now, Mac. And yeah, I do like it. But I'm not sure if I'm going to say it's as good or better. I think that both is good. I just got the book out. Look out. Here we go. Techno Andrew, very true. Splashes are a major enemy of European Australasian Lego train builders. Only Scott Nick on FLICKR has developed the most techniques. He has. God, I remember when we were working on the P2, because me and Scott were going backwards and forwards with ideas. And I think he started using medium small wheels on his tender, and it sort of put in perspective for the first time for me that the wheels were different. They just weren't small wheels, which a lot of people were using on the A1s and stuff like that, like on the Michael Gale's Tornado, Andrew Harvey's Tornado as well. Like they all use small wheels, but when you got the drawings up, you realise they're actually medium or just a little bit less. But so I think we started using medium for the tender and medium small for the trailing wheels. So yeah, it's a big debate on what the wheel should be like. Fred Boy has a question for you, Glenn. Well, not a question, more of a statement. 127. Mohawks didn't start out as mixed traffic locomotives, and even may. Oh God, it's updated again.
I'm looking through the book to see if I can prove you wrong.
Oh, wait, who, me or Fred?
Well, I'm very particular about details like that. I looked through the definitive book about the L1 and L2 Mohawks, and I did not see a photo of them on passenger service. I know that 482s have been used on passenger, but I haven't seen one of the L1 or L2s. That is a detail. That is something that I would definitely remember, because I would have think like.
Good. I thought he was like, oh, is he checking on the wheels? He's like, nah. I know that. Yeah, sorry, Fred. Master says no. Question for Glenn: could you show us your Mohawk?
I can show you the Mohawk. I can show you the Mohawk.
Great Locomotives. Questions? I got to go see you guys. See ya. Bye, Mac. Hey, Owen. Medium is probably about right for LNER temperatures. I think so, Andrew. It's very close. Splashes equals wheels well, right? Or have I got my logos? Oh. No. Oh, there it is.
There's so much engine here.
That's a lot of engine. Don't drop it.
I'm trying not to. Currently, it's sitting out prominently displayed on my coffee table.
Yeah, I don't know. It's It's hard. Splashes sometimes, because the Lego wheels, like I said before, the splashes are huge on them. Like a bit too big, in my opinion. I could be wrong. But I try and go halfway between on the drawings. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm sort of going from the size of the wheel, like the actual wheel, and the flange. And I think if you meet in the middle, it sort of works out. Seth, go on, see Seth. I just heard on a documentary, Greenlink. Could you show us your LNR L1 class? Sure can.
Oh, the Frisco 482 isn't mine. I just built the New York Central. That's somebody else.
There's the L1. So this was really my first ever Loco using drawings, and it worked out pretty okay. Oh, some of the stickers are starting to.
That's a favorite of mine from you.
It's such a good runner. By accident. It's one of my best. If I just go to a show, I'll just put this on. And I know it won't give me any trouble.
Everybody's going to have one of those kind of locomotives in their collection.
Oh, yeah. PC was rough at the start, but it eventually got better as it went. Streamlined. Since the stream.
Just go on the top of your browser.
Could you? I've already answered that. That Mohawk is gorgeous. You're damn right it is. Hey, British, have you ever thought of doing any American logos? Yep, we said before I might tackle the one from Back to the Future, the Sierra number 3, I think it was. Something like that. So that'll be something in the future. Hey, Tom. It's Tom, the YouTubing tank engine. Give him all love. Okay. Hi, Tom. Who's Tom? Where's Tom?
Don't know.
Oh, well. My pick for best European Steam Loco would have been...
BR01. Is that the dark blue one?
That was gorgeous. That was so cool.
That was lovely.
But Andrew, mate, your Tornado is pretty stunning too, so congrats. Congrats to Andrew. Andrew won Best Regional Steam Locomotive for Europe.
Well deserved. I love the rebuilt version of your Tornado. It's fantastic.
So good. It's so good because it's one of those like classic Lego fan models that you've known for so long. And now that it's like gotten a bit of an update, you love it even more. Like it's so cool to see.
It's exactly what I'm thinking.
I love it. Yep, the dark blue one. Yeah, that's awesome. Frisco Mountain is awesome. That guy won Best Structure last year in Brick Train Awards. I hope he wins the Public Vote Award.
Yep, he's in the running for that. Your signal box is in the running for that too, by the way, Owen.
What's the Public Award? Was that an American thing?
No, I think each judge could pick 2 models to just put in a public award, basically just an award not determined by a judge. Owen's signal box is in it. The Frisco 482 is in it. The dark blue Dutch electric locomotive, it's either electrical diesel, I can't remember. That's in it, which I love that.
Yeah, that's very cool.
What else is in there? And one of the main Central 280s is in there, which I love that too, from Dawson. They're on. They just got posted to Facebook. It's basically a public reaction / like.
I'm not on the Facebook one. All right. I'll try and look at it later. Do you use the BMR ball bearing wheels for your vent fans? Yep. Right here. They're awesome. I swear I've been doing this for so long now, and I've never had anything that works so well than these. Like, they will make Lego trains more like model trains. I guarantee it. They're perfect. They work really well. Tom? No. I don't know where Tom is. How many subscribers does Tom has? Okay, I'll say there. I'll check him out there. Probably not though, because I ain't interested in that. Oh, you got a question, Glenn? Tom Brady.
Ever thought of making a locomotive with an articulating wheel set, such as a Big Boy or Challenger? Well, I saw your question and I went over to grab this.
Oh,
You might recognize the front shape.
Yeah.
This is how tall is this? I'm 5'10". This is probably at least 6.5 feet of Big Boy scale drawings, and I've got the tender for it too.
That's 6 subs, mate.
That's copies of the original. So I would like to build a Big Boy someday.
You're crazy. I couldn't do it. The garage is too big for me. Any tips on opening roof vents?
Yes. On like a cab?
Oh, sorry. Okay. I was thinking, yep. You go, Glenn.
So what I do is it's easier if you have a 9-stud wide cab. That way you can build it such that the center of the cab has got a little bit of a hole in it, or a gap. And then I use some plate modifieds with bars on them, and then I also build a 2x2 tile with the 1x1 plate, 1x1 plate with hole, and then a brick arms monopod in the bottom. And if you use another monopod, you can just slide it right on, and then it'll open and close just like you need.
How good's that? Yeah, there you go.
That's how I do it. You can do it other ways as well.
Awesome. I reckon we can start building again. Oh, how much time we got left? Maybe we'll wrap it up in like 5-10 minutes.
Sure. Sounds good to me.
Any more last questions? Sorry, I had to leave. How did you do the white circles around? So just a white marker, like a really strong one, like a Posca pen or Sharpie, and you just want to spin the wheel and get that pen on the rim of it. I use a motor on slow, or you can just freestyle it like Glenn. No, everyone's
just go slow and take your time.
Yeah.
No matter how you do it.
I'm going to start building. I need to finish this. People will get angry at me. What am I doing?
I might have to come back to the cater room another day. I'm definitely not going to finish it tonight.
It's not.
I did get through bag 1 though, and then we turned our full attention to the chat.
Look at that progress. Look at this. Less progress than it was when I started.
Awesome stuff.
We're doing it.
And you've gone backwards on your Garrett.
I've gone backwards. How did that happen? There we go.
You were using it as a demonstration piece.
I was. That was the mistake. Okay, maybe I got to take the cap off then. Yeah.
For the whistle on the Garrett, is it a modified Lego telescope piece?
Don't get angry at me. It just looks better. Nothing wrong with cutting Lego. Make your peace with it.
Not at all.
And accept it. You know, I know, we all know. It just looks
I have paint cut and glued on a single model before, and I don't regret it.
Why does everyone get so upset about it? It just makes it just that little bit better. Like, I know it's like because you cut Lego.
Well,
do you know Lego there is in the world? Like, we're going to manage. There's too much.
Lego does all those same things on their models. So here's a story. There was a Power Functions workshop that Lego hosted in Denmark like 12 years ago at this point. It was 2009, I'm pretty sure. And Kale went to that. And so somebody was in need of a thin 1x9 lift arm, and they didn't have one of those. But somebody was asking about it, and one of the Lego employees there was like, I'll be right back. He goes down to a workshop, and like they have a machine shop, and he made from like a thicker lift arm a 9-stud thin lift arm. It's like Lego does all of these things, and like they use glue and stuff like that. It's just, you know, if you don't want to use glue or paint or cut, exactly.
Oh, if you don't like it, stick to Duplo.
All things that Lego does. And yeah, there's no wrong answer. If you don't want to do it, then that's fine.
Yeah. Hi. If I ever get the video upload, could one of you give any tips on how to improve the 4-star wide? I think we talked about that. You'll have to wait till the stream's over. Rewatch. Welcome you, Blue Fox. Hey, BritishBricks, you should look up, I don't know how to pronounce that, Model Village. Might give you some ideas. I will look it up. Thanks, mate. Welcome to the Cutting Lego Support Group. It's been a tough few years, but I'm starting to accept who I am. Cutting or painting Lego is a sin. I'm sorry, guys, lol. General Hammond, no, it ain't. I'm going to burn for it. Hey.
I don't feel bad for it either.
I remember because this year I did.
So here's a challenge.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, yeah, I was going to say this year I did my EE1 with no cut parts, no gluing, no anything like that, no modified. Because of last year there was some guy who was complaining that I won and said I shouldn't have won because I cut parts and all that stuff. And I remember I think Richard or one of the guys from LNU was like, one man's cut Lego Locomotive, another man's Brick Train Award winner. And I was sort of like, yeah, what are you going to say, mate? It won, so it can't be that bad.
If you can look at this locomotive on the stream and tell me which of the parts I painted, I will build a model that does not use any modified parts.
I know, but that's only because I've looked at the photos for so long. But you can't tell. You can't tell.
It's not the ones that you think. These don't count. The bell and the whistle, they don't count. Because I bought those from Chrome Block City.
I'd love to see someone say. No, it's not a sin. We're just making the pieces that need that Lego hasn't made. Exactly, Austin.
Exactly. Well said.
Lego doesn't provide everything for train builders, so we've got to look after ourselves. That's the reality. They do a lot of good work. I won't slam Lego. People think I slam Lego. I don't. Lego is Lego. That's it. It can be anything you want it to be. Someone probably asked this already, but how do you plan your builds and the way you build? So again, I just use print out that match your Lego wheel, and I go from there. I get the shape. Always get the shape first. Actually, no. Sorry. Before that, chassis. Make sure it works. Goes around. Always does that. Coupling rods work. Then you do the body. Then you do the details. Then you do the stickers.
Exactly.
That's how you do it. Even if you cut paint or glue, it's still Lego brick. That's right. The wheels and the numbers and cab. Where can I find detailed pictures?
Google Images.
No, I think he's talking about for your model, so you can see if it's painted or not.
Oh, I haven't posted any yet.
check the Brick Train Awards. I think they might be on the Twitter.
There's one photo on the Brick Train Awards. I have to upload the 5 others that I took of it.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. Where can I find detailed pictures? How did you all paint the white on wheels? Gonna have to watch it again. There we go. Already said it 3 times. Hey, BritishBricks, too big boy. Glenn's doing it.
Eventually.
Handballed it off. He's on it. I can't complain about the cutting Lego parts if you only cut the parts that aren't Lego. Damn right. So
I've cut non-Lego parts too.
Thanks for sticking up for us, Trav. Mine and Knight. Will you ever build a Romanian engine? Don't know.
Was the S160 used in Romania?
Yeah, if it was.
I built an S160. That counts.
Romanian engine.
I put that away, actually.
What do you mean you put it away? You didn't destroy it. Please don't tell me.
No, No. That's my kid version of the S160. I'm not going to get rid of that. Been doing a lot of house cleaning this past couple of weekends, and I have been organizing and putting away a lot of my rolling stock and models as part of that.
How cool is that? That's Romanian.
Oh,
that's sick. I love it.
That looks cool.
So definitely a maybe for the future. I like that. Cool engines. Everyone can do the hobby in their own way. Do whatever feels right to you. Exactly. Because I'm not saying you have to cut parts. Glenn's not saying that. We just don't tell us that we can't.
I don't mind cutting parts. I don't mind painting or gluing.
Sleep fine. Sometimes in Legos you need a cut part. That's it. I have made a terrier. That's awesome, William. What color?
Very nice.
What color? So if illegal building cutting are used in models, how do you make instructions? So, General Hammond,
you make custom parts.
Custom parts for all my how-to builds, except one, I think. I usually try and make it no cut parts or anything like that because I know there's a lot of. Oh, excuse me, I'm yawning. I know there's a lot of people out there that don't like it, so I try to make it as legal as I can for you guys. You're welcome. The 8F or WD280 might have gone to Romania. I reckon it would have too. Awesome engine. Would love to build one. Especially in like tan. I've never seen anyone build a tan Loco. This kind of tan. Cool wall Loco. Who knows? Melanite, yes. Do you like the LMS 8F? Love it. It's on my list. I want to do it in black or dark red.
Is that the one where the running board is completely straight, or does it have that notch that goes over the cylinder?
Straight.
Got it. I like that one.
It's literally like a black 5, but it's a 280. So you take the body.
Yep. Yeah.
The chassis. That's your 8F. Have you ever considered building?
I like that one. I don't like the one with the notch.
What's that? Yeah, no, that's the crab, I think. The one that goes up. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the one I like less.
I don't mind it, but I know what you mean. Would I ever consider building a Chinese OSK QJ? That's the one that Model King just produced, isn't it?
Yep. It's a 210-2.
Very popular at the moment. I've seen a lot of people review it, and I've sort of thought about reviewing it, but quite a bit of money. And I'd try to keep all Lego. And it'd probably be worthwhile doing, but I don't know. I'm not really interested in the Loco, to be honest. I don't find it that
I would rather not buy any clone Lego if I can help it.
Yeah.
Not that I have anything against the QJ or anything like that, but
that's 100%. It's a great build. Like, I've seen it, and I'm not going to slam it because I wish Lego would do stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Maybe if it was Lego, I'd get it, but I'm not a huge fan of the design. To be
it's very
completely honest with you. Multicolor, I don't get same color.
Talking about his terrier.
Multicolor. I don't got same color.
Buy the parts and make it the same color.
That's it. Yeah, it could work. Then. Would you like to build the Black 5? Lol. No, I've said this before. Andrew's already smashed it. I'm not going to touch it. It's too perfect. How do you motorize your locomotives? I don't. I use powered wagons and coaches, saves me on money having to do every single individual locomotives because I want to build a lot of trains.
Strasbourg 01, by the way, is the global winner for best T-fall steam locomotive with Strasbourg 90.
Mate, what are you asking me for? You're a winner, mate.
He's a good friend of mine as well. Hi, John.
From me. I'm a noob when it comes to powering things. I should really get my hands. You need to finish it, Andrew. Please do. What is your favorite tender and livery? That's a good question. What's your favorite livery, Glenn?
Oh goodness. I'm gonna keep my answer based in England. I really like. Can I have 3?
I'll give you 3. Hey, we can do whatever you want. Take 3.
Garter blue because it's just classic.
Yep, love it.
Lined apple green with the black and white stripes, like on Osprey. That's why I like that so much. And BR blue, like how Sir Nigel Gresley is preserved.
I'll do 3 too. I don't know what color scheme it is, but Kale's Blue Comet, that is gorgeous. I don't know what
I forget what the name of the blue is called.
That's like one of my favorites of all time.
It's one of the best.
That I'd have to say, BR Electric Blue. I love doing the BR Class 85. That was a really fun build for me.
That's a good look.
The white and the red too was super cool. It was like modern, but it wasn't. You know what I mean? Like it had this fresh look to it, but it even though it was quite an old scheme. And my third would have to be. I'd probably be. Yeah, it'd probably have to be LNEO Apple Green. I built so many in that color. I love it. Definitely. Okay, what are we on now? Falling behind a little bit. Sorry to be a pain. You guys have answered so many questions. Have you ever tried Train Simulator? No, I haven't. But thanks for asking. Have you, Glenn?
I did some Train Simulator games back in like 2008 or 9. I haven't since around that time.
Don't know. Yeah, never really been a game guy, if I'm honest, but probably would be alright to do it, I'm sure, for a train fan. I've heard the electronics in that set are about as good as Mattel's current direction with Thomas and Friends. Which set are you talking about, mate?
The Mold King QJ, I think.
Oh. Yeah, well, that's what you get when you get...
One of my friends reviewed it and came to the same conclusion.
Yeah, that's a shame. Did it go well, though? Does anyone know? Because I heard it, like, moved well, just in the motor and stuff.
I think... I'd have to watch his video again and see what he says.
Yep. Was that guy just did the caboose?
Yeah, Toledo cool? Rails.
Yeah, I love that.
Same guy. Yep.
That was a really
another deserving win.
Another deserving win. God, it was such a good competition this year. I don't know what I'm going to come up with next year to try and even place.
No idea.
It's scary.
Everybody's giving me a run for my money.
Oh, tell me about it. You're also missing a wheel. That's
Bricklink.com.
Bricklink.com, Big Ben Bricks.
There you go.
That's where you head. Well, we answered my question. If you go back and watch it, we probably answered everyone's questions, but
most of them, anyways.
Most of them. Good morning. Good morning. Not morning for me. It's a morning for you, Glenn.
No, John. It's 9:50 p.m. where you're at. We're in the same time zone.
Maybe thought I might have been morning. It's 1:54 right now for me. But thanks. Thanks anyway, John. Can I have 3, lol? The LNR was the best thing in the Big Four. Changed my mind.
Don't want to change your mind.
I ain't gonna. People usually say it's GWR that was the best. I think that has the biggest cult, I reckon. Would an A1 or A3 Pacific wearing Garter Blue be cursed or just odd? Be interesting. I don't know. I don't think it worked for this reason. I don't think because Mallard and Bitten in Garter Blue, you don't see the smoke box. You don't see that black bit. I think that's sort of why it works. I think I don't know, it's a very unique design, and I don't know if it worked for them. It might. Who knows? I feel there's like a out there.
I think part of that is because it's like an associative thing. Like in my mind, I always will associate Mallard with Garter Blue or Bittern with Garter Blue, that kind of thing. So anything else would just look odd. I'd
agree. It's like when they did some guy did, I think it was an April Fool's joke. They showed a photo of the P2 that's about to be built. They did it in BR Blue. Mm-hmm. For a second, I was like, whoa. Out there. And then I found out, I was like, oh, it's just a gimmick. But yeah, I think it's the association, if anything. So it might look odd. It might look nice. I think you should have a look and see if any modelers have done it. So I'm definitely would guess that someone would have by now. I'm still planning to get one. I think that's the QJ you're talking about. Let me know how it goes. I had a Lego Duchess of Sutherland Loco. Can you release the video for the smoke deflectors? I can maybe do a tutorial on smoke deflectors. I don't know if I have any smoke deflectors left. Oh, P2. That's it. That's it, though. What else we got? On your community post about your table layout, I noticed a part of the table lower than the rest. Are you planning to build a bridge there or something else? Matt's onto it. It is lower for a very specific reason. There will be a bridge. The reason I decided to do it so low, though, was to give me a little space underneath for something else. Either narrow gauge or maybe something along the lines of a motorized vehicle going around.
Ooh, that sounds cool.
Something like that. Well, now that I got the circuit cube, I can literally do anything. You need to get one of those, Glenn. It is awesome.
I would like to do narrow gauge someday.
It's a great system. One of the best third-party systems I've ever used, to be honest.
Which one again is the one that you just posted the video about?
The circuit cube. I think this was retailing for about $30 to $40 and so it is awesome.
I've only got this handy is because I just recently got it in the mail. But if you're, make sure I connect this right. If you want something, this is, so look, tiny micro motor.
Oh my goodness, it's small.
And it is turning. And I'm using a regular remote.
That's pretty cool. I like that it uses power functions.
This is,
yeah. What brand is that? Could be a potential review.
Studley Trains.
Studley Trains.
A Name of Life Lights.
Okay. Well then, I'll definitely have a look at that.
I got this system pre-ordered. I think he's going to make more, and I know he's working on more things like this. Rob is a good friend of mine.
Oh, that's awesome. We love that. But there's just so many people out there that are just producing these awesome stuff. Studley Trains, everyone. That's cool. You think 2 large motors in my 280 is powerful enough?
More than powerful
Probably
enough.
Too much.
I can get 15 cars behind an S160, and that's got 1L motor in it. Yeah. As long as you're using bearings on your cars.
Yeah. Oh, well, there you go. Maybe he's not. But that'll be a very powerful Loco.
Invest in bearings if you can. Please
do. Please do. I don't get why it has to be. I'm assuming that's competition.
Commotion.
Commotion. Oh yeah, sorry, commotion. Why can't it just be a group of people sharing the same interests in building amazing trains? Why does it have to be the best?
Are you talking about the Brick Train Awards?
Oh look, I think there's plenty of opportunity, and I see how you got Austin Student. There's T-file entries, and the T-file entries have been amazing. Like
I think it's just for fun.
Yeah.
I mean, there's for me at least, there's no reason to enter other than just
you get to see all these amazing models. Yeah,
exactly.
It brings the best out of people, in my opinion. Like, I've seen all these builders come out of nowhere, and I'm so glad that I have because there's amazing talent out there. So
absolutely,
very cool to see. Still looking for it and a new Hogwarts Express. That's nice.
They're still around.
8 O's sprite base on a Garda Blue, and it didn't look too bad. There you go.
Neat.
See you, Owen. He's gone now. BMR should sell 6-wheel bearing sets for larger cars. I'll leave that with Glenn.
Maybe.
Or you can buy just 2.
You can get a couple of sets.
Yeah, a couple of sets.
The price wouldn't. I don't think the price would change, other than like you just add the cost of the other 2 wheels in. Well, it's 10 o'clock. I think I'm gonna have to ask to close it down here pretty soon.
We're just on 2.5 hours. I think that's been a pretty successful stream.
Absolutely. I would come back if you have me.
Yeah, it's been awesome. Thanks for all the questions. Hopefully next time there are a few less questions and we can do some building. But no, it's been awesome. Thanks, Glenn, for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
we'll be back soon.
I would love to be back if you have me.
Okay. Thanks, everyone. Catch you later.
Bye.
Bye.